So as you guys know, Kelly and I are big Doom fans. But I don't want to speak for Kelly here, but I think we're kind of on the same page where we didn't really delve into Doom on the PlayStation too much prior to our rekindling of our love of Doom recently, covering all of the Doom ports that were spawned from the masterful Atari Jaguar version, which was overseen by id Software themselves. One of those versions that I kept seeing pop up in YouTube videos was Custom PlayStation Doom, which is the title on the box, as much of a mouthful as that seems. It does say Doom Custom PlayStation Edition on the original box art. And essentially, what it is, this isn't a review, but just to kind of explain it to people, it's the Jaguar Doom along with a big chunk of Doom 2 levels thrown in, which is weird because Jaguar Doom is missing levels. So instead of putting those levels back, they put Doom 2 levels, and it splits it into two different missions, Ultimate Doom and Doom 2. But where it really shines gameplay wise, there's also some other tweaks throughout there. It has a completely new score from Aubrey Hodges. This was his first Doom of the three Dooms that he ended up scoring. It also does some interesting lighting effects that you'll run into right away. Different colored light boxes and things like that. It also handles transparencies and specters differently and has a new enemy, the Dark Spectre. I don't know if you've come across those in your gameplay so far, Kelly.
Only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube. So essentially, they're photo negatives of the imps, or I'm sorry, yeah, the imps, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're photo negatives of those. So it looks cool. But again, going into the weird colors and things like that. Where the game really shines though is while it splits Doom and Doom 2 levels into two separate missions, if you turn the difficulty up, it actually blends the two of them together. So you can start playing the first level of Doom and you're playing against Doom 2 enemies immediately on the first map of Doom. Before you get out of the first level, if you hit all the hidden areas and things like that, you're gonna see some crazy stuff from later Doom 2 levels start to pop up, and it's pretty cool playing through with the super shotgun on Doom 1 maps. It really feels like when you're playing it that way, like you're playing some crazy fan made mod, not like an official game that came out. Have you tried that so far, Kelly?
No, not yet. I mean, and it was so you had shared a screenshot with me, and we're going to talk about the part of the screenshot that really confused me in a moment. But it was so I hadn't, and so I need to. I had done just kind of a run through, and I'd put the PlayStation Doom on my RG35XX. Plays great on it. I put it on my Raspberry Pi. It's doing a fine job on that. And I need to go back and look. I don't think that came with our Super Console X's, so I think that might be one I have to drop on there as well.
Yeah, it did not come with my Super Console X, but I did throw it on there. It's playing great on there. Now, I will say the frame rate is noticeably less than because I've been playing so much Jaguar Doom lately. It's noticeably lower than Jaguar Doom. Honestly, Jaguar Doom plays better than a lot of people's PC setups probably did at that time. It's probably the best in terms of performance that you're going to get on a console because it was made by id Software themselves. So it was really optimized by the actual creators for the system. This is essentially a port of that, just with a lot of these weird overhauls that they did to it that, again, make it feel like a strange fan made project and not a legitimate product that came out. But it's kind of cool, especially if you've played Doom as much as I have, to where, especially that first mission of the original Doom that came as the shareware. I mean, I pretty much have those levels memorized. So being able to play through those, not just on a harder difficulty setting, but to see different enemies and weapons and things like that is kind of cool. It kind of, gives it a little bit of a refresh. One of the things that's interesting though is it introduces pain elementals right away, like in the very first level of Doom. And what you'll notice when you're fighting the pain elementals, they spit out lost souls. Those are those flaming flying skulls. When you kill those, now the early pain elementals are in the hidden areas in the first couple levels. So you don't necessarily have to fight them when you're going through it. But if you want to hit the hidden areas and get the 100% on everything, you have to fight them. So when you come up to them and you're killing them and you're killing some of the lost souls, I noticed that it'll push the percentage over 100% for your kills. So, which is interesting, and I think it's just because of the fact that they're not supposed to be there. So that's probably part of the weird like a weird quirk of this slapped together fan made kind of presentation of it. You're going to get over 100% kills because you're killing stuff that's not originally in the game, I guess. Um, I, however, have found a way to rack that up to hundreds of percents. I think the screenshot I sent Kelly was 400 and something percent kills.
Yes, it was.
Honestly, if I had sat there, I could just run that up as far as it's going to let me go, because I found a easily repeatable way to just sit there and let a pain elemental shoot lost souls at you to where you almost can't die and just run up that number. So in the military base level, which is the hidden level after the third level in the first episode of Doom, if you go to the hidden level in the military base, there is a hidden room before you reach the exit. When you go into that hidden room, it has an annoying, super annoying, I almost skipped it, but I wanted to get 100%, where platforming section, I guess you would call it, where you have to jump from platform to pick up items. I've always hated that. I hated it on PC. I hated it on every port of the game. But when you go into that room, just like all hidden areas in custom PlayStation Doom, there's a pain elemental in there. What I found is if you switch to punching with the brass knuckles, it will just at some point when you go up on a platform, just kind of post next to you and shoot the skulls at you, and you can kind of just sit there, hold down the fire button, and just punch them. And you'll get into a rhythm of just punching them, and they'll destroy and go away. And after a while, it kind of gets stuck in a loop. And again, this was repeatable. I did it a few times just to make sure. You can actually just let go of the controller and it'll just keep smashing the lost souls that it sends at you. And you can run up that number. So if you're looking to impress your friends with the crazy, weird Doom stats that, throw math to the wind, that's how you do it. Play through the first few levels, go to the military base stage, and in the hidden room, which is to the right when you go into the final room where the exit is, just don't kill that pain elemental. Just stand there and smash the lost souls until it gets stuck in that loop, which doesn't take too long. I think maybe it was like 10 or 20 of them I had to hit, and then it just sticks to that loop. And it doesn't freeze the game or anything because obviously I finished it. When you move, it'll break out of that loop. But as long as you just stand there, it'll stay stuck in that loop of destroying the lost souls.
Yeah, so that's a different solution because I was scratching my head on how did he get over the 100%, and I thought it might have been that you might have found a level where you could let somebody continue to resurrect um, enemies, and then you just kind of kill them and wait again, and kill them and wait again, and run it up that way. This sounds like a much more efficient way to get a crazy kill number.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. And again, I kind of noticed it in the first level because if you play through the first level and hit the hidden areas and fight the pain elemental, you'll end up with like 105, 106%, something like that. So I realized you could go over 100 killing the pain elementals. But once I found that one that got stuck in a loop, I was like, oh, I wonder if that can happen again. I did it 3 or 4 different times, running through just to make sure, and it worked every time, exactly the same. So it's an easily repeatable thing. It's not just, something you have to do a crazy. You can find all these speed run Doom things where people are running algorithms to try to create perfect conditions. We've talked about that on videos and stuff. This is not that. Just go to that room, get up on the platform, let the pain elemental come up to the side of you. It'll come up on the left side of you. Just stand there and punch the lost souls, and it'll get stuck in that loop pretty quickly.
There you go. Excellent. Well, for more fascinating Doom tips, be sure to subscribe to the Bog Panda YouTube channel. Hit that bell to be notified. Check out Hard No, the world's shortest podcast, and maybe take a peek at our merchandise as well.
That is interesting wording, sir.
Did you all like to take a peek?
I'm just saying,
uh,
I would have said, hey guys, get a t-shirt, but
okay.
Kelly's got to take it that extra step
All
further.
right. We'll edit it. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Don't edit it.
You thought the video was over, but it's not, because given Mike's strong skills and preparation, there was something he forgot to say, or I guess he learned it later. But regardless, there's more breaking news on Lost Souls and Cheating Doom. Take it away, Mike.
Yeah, it's more of a learned it later thing. Plus, this gives you the Marvel post-credit sequence that you expect.
Yep.
So obviously, for the Pandaverse. So in playing Doom more, I think what's Doom for PlayStation, I think what's happening is because the Pain Elementals spit out 3 Lost Souls at a time. I think if you can trap them in a corner where they can't move, the Lost Souls just kind of spit out one after another, and you can get them kind of stuck in a loop where the Lost Souls just start smashing into each other. And you could probably recreate this in other areas too. I think that room, the weird geometry of it, just makes it easy for the Pain Elemental to get stuck in the corner. So I think that that's what's happening there, and it apparently will just keep going, because I let it go for like 5 or 10 minutes and sent Kelly a picture of that, and I was at 4,000% kills or whatever it was. So I'd be curious to see if anybody wants to get it set up and just let it run all day and see if it stops you or what the max, counter is for that for your kills.
Yep. So a little homework for the Panda Army there. Someone needs to do that and see if they can top Mike's 4,000%.
And again, you should be, I would think you could do it wherever. But I mean, that room, the weird geometry of it just makes it easy. It just gets stuck on that wall when you get up on that platform.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed the bonus content, folks. Thanks for watching more.
Thanks, everybody.
Bog Panda.